Ukraine's air force has reached a major milestone. According to Kiev, Ukrainian F-16 fighter jets have now destroyed more than 1,000 Russian aerial targets since entering combat. It's the clearest picture yet of how Western fighter jets are reshaping the war in the skies over Ukraine. Despite early expectations, Ukrainian F-16s are not focused on classic dogfights with Russian jets. Instead, they are being used as flying shields, filling critical gaps in Ukraine's overworked air defense network. Their primary mission, stopping waves of Russian drones and cruise missiles before they reach Ukrainian cities. Typical targets include long-range Shahed drones, jet-powered drones, and Russian cruise missiles. Ukrainian pilots use a combination of AIM-9 Sidewinders, AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, and surprisingly often, the F-16's internal cannon. In one reported sortie, a Ukrainian pilot claimed to have engaged 6 cruise missiles and 7 drones in a single mission, many destroyed using gunfire instead of expensive missiles. More recently, Ukrainian F-16s have begun flying with targeting pods and laser-guided 70-millimeter rockets. This allows pilots to destroy slow, predictable targets at a fraction of the cost. It's a clear example of how Ukraine has adapted Western technology to fight a long, resource-intensive war. So far, Ukraine has not confirmed a single F-16 kill against manned Russian aircraft. That's not a failure, it's a strategy. Russian jets like the Su-35, MiG-31, and Su-57 operate at high altitude, firing long-range missiles while staying outside Ukrainian reach. As a result, Ukrainian F-16s fly low and fast, avoiding radar and surface-to-air missiles. In many missions, Ukrainian F-16s act as decoys, deliberately provoking Russian missile launches. This forces Russian fighters to waste ammunition, allowing Ukrainian strike aircraft to hit ground targets safely. One pilot described a mission where a 3-ship F-16 formation drew missile fire while strike jets completed their attack and returned home unharmed. Since receiving American fighter jets, Ukraine has lost 4 F-16s. Officials have not disclosed how they were destroyed. To avoid detection, pilots constantly relocate aircraft using secondary airstrips and even highways. Aircraft can be deployed where the enemy doesn't expect, one pilot said. Despite losses, Ukrainian pilots describe the F-16 as highly effective, particularly its weapons and guidance systems. However, Ukraine received older versions of the aircraft. Even so, they've become critical tools for air defense and ground strikes. A major upgrade is the Sniper/Pantera targeting pod, developed by Lockheed Martin. It includes thermal imaging, daylight cameras, laser designators, and target trackers. This system allows pilots to identify and strike targets with extreme precision, even at night. The system enables use of APKWS-2 rockets designed to destroy lightly armored targets with minimal collateral damage. It also allows pilots to generate coordinates for other weapons, including HIMARS strikes. Meanwhile, attention is turning to what happens after the fighting stops. French President Emmanuel Macron says a peacekeeping force of 15,000 to 20,000 troops could deploy to Ukraine after a ceasefire. France and the UK are expected to lead. Turkey could secure Black Sea shipping lanes. Key questions remain. Who will fund the mission? Who will command it? And how close will peacekeepers be to the front line? Most officials believe troops would operate in western Ukraine, focusing on training and deterrence. President Volodymyr Zelensky says international troops are essential for real security guarantees. Their presence, he argues, would reassure civilians, investors, and businesses and prevent future Russian aggression. From F-16s in the sky to peacekeepers on the ground, Ukraine's war has become a testing ground for modern warfare and modern diplomacy. The outcome won't just shape Ukraine's future, it may redefine Europe's security for decades to come.